All right, everybody, slightly different version of Flyers Daily here today as we're going to do a little walk-in chat. Before we get to our conversation with Flyers first-round pick Jett Luchanko, we're at the shore. It's 4th of July as we're taping this. And Flyers Daily is presented by Ticketmaster. Make more memories live. We're walking down by the beach here. Beautiful day at the Jersey Shore. It's what we do. Interesting part is Jett Luchanko has spent summers at the Jersey Shore down in Avalon, if you can believe that. How odd is that? So we're going to spin around and go the other way here again. So we're going to get to Jett Luchanko in just a moment, but Bobby Brink signs a new 2-year contract extension, $3 million, $1.5 million AAV for Bobby Brink. So that deal is now done. Oh, we're going to get my finger out of the way. And also, the Flyers still need to sign Yegor Zamula. That's the other restricted free agent that is still up for grabs. Development camp continues. We'll be back there today when you're watching this. We'll give you some observations from development camp with Monday with Bill Meltzer. It's been interesting so far. Bonk is really stuck out. Barkey has looked good. Jett Luchanko, you can see that skating ability. Some of the other forwards have kind of popped out. Berglund as an example of one of those guys. So development camp continues. They'll have a scrimmage coming up tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Keep an eye on the Flyers YouTube channel because we'll be broadcasting it there. Brian Smith and I will be doing that as we did last year as well. So development camp, very important. Development of players was maybe a weak spot for the Flyers over the last decade, 12 years. That's something they got to get right. So development camp is a big part of it, but it's not the only thing. Development happens at all levels, and the Flyers got to continue to develop picks. You got to find picks outside the first round, and you got to develop them into NHL players that can contribute to varying degrees. So development camp, an important element of that, getting to see some of these young players come in and see what they can do here, is always interesting. It's not as crisp as maybe you would think because it is the middle of summer. A lot of these guys haven't played in a little while, so they're not perfectly dialed in. But to get out there on the ice with their fellow prospects within the Flyers organization is a lot of fun to watch. And again, we'll have that game tomorrow night coming up on the Flyers YouTube channel, 6 o'clock from the Flyers Training Center. But without further ado, kind of a shorter episode here. We're at the shore. We are enjoying the beautiful weather. So without further ado, let's get to the Flyers' first round draft pick. Shocked a lot of people. Here's my conversation with Jett Luchanko. It is Flyers Daily on the road at Flyers Prospect Camp, and we're sitting with the Flyers' first-round draft choice, Jett Luchanko. Jett, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How has the week been, man?
It's been a busy last few days, but it's all been really cool, and it's nice to kind of settle down here in Philly for a week, and they've treated me really well so far.
Is it kind of reflecting on the journey to getting there and being a first-round draft choice? What's the culmination of that journey feel like?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it feels really good, obviously, to be drafted. But I think it's just the start of a new journey for me, and it's not going to change the way that I go about my business. And I think the work's really just getting started now.
When you think back to all the early car rides with mom and dad going to the rinks all over the place, when did you know that this may be a possibility for you, that you were the top 1% of the 1% that could maybe play this game professionally and be taken in the first round?
Yeah, I think, just kind of growing up, obviously, like you said, with my parents behind me, they've always been really supportive, and they're the biggest reason why I've got here today. So I think, just a certain point, I wanted to get to the OHL, and after I got that, I realized, maybe I could get to the NHL, and that's still a goal of mine, and I think, like I said, the work's just getting started.
Did you just rack up huge numbers in like Pee Wee and stuff?
Probably not like insane amounts. Just I think always pretty good. But we had some pretty good teams in London where I grew up, so it was always fun playing with that group of guys. You played for Danny Severetta, former Flyer defenseman, playing for the London, I guess the AAA team. What was that like? I know you get real good coaching in the London area. A lot of former NHLers are around. I'm sure that helps in development and kind of counsel along the way as well. Yeah, there's lots to do around London for sure. There's lots of great guidance there, and it's definitely played a role in in what I've been able to do. So I think, yeah, I had Danny for a year there, and we had a really good team that year. We ended up winning our league, and he was a great coach. So he pretty much ran the D, though, so I didn't get to work with him too much, but he was really good for us, and I know he's still coaching down there. So
take us through the process, because you have your season with Guelph. You had a really good year. You're one of the younger guys in the draft. You're still only 17. You're going to be 18 coming up in August. But you go through the process. You go through the combine. You really had a strong combine. The interview process. What were the touch points with the Flyers? When did you know that they were interested and that this was a serious location where you could end up?
Yeah, I think the combine was probably the biggest. I had a good talk with them and with Danny there. So I think that's when they kind of showed some interest in me, and with my agent too. He said that they were pretty interested. So I'm glad they were, and I'm glad to be part of this organization now.
Fitness is something that was mentioned. That's a big part of where you are already, and your combine results speak to that as well. When did fitness become a big part of your plan to be ready to play hockey at the highest level?
Yeah, I think it all started kind of probably during COVID. I think, there wasn't really much to do then, and we had a little room in our basement, ended up turning that into a little gym. So pretty much with nothing else to do during that time, I'm just working out every day, and that's kind of the only thing that I could do.
So you didn't do what I did, sit around, watch Netflix and eat bonbons.
No, I definitely did a little bit of that too, but I
Tiger King.
Got bored. Yeah, Tiger King was big.
At that time.
Yeah, lots of video games too, but I think that was a big thing for me to try and, do anything I could to try and get better and get a step on people. I think that's where it all started.
In those conversations with Danny, he mentioned in his media availability, you're a guy that's a relentless player, high hockey IQ, great skating. Skating is obviously a huge part of being able to make it to the highest level. Still something you want to work on, though, continually.
Of course, yeah. I think every part of my game I want to keep working on, keep getting better, and try and be never satisfied with my abilities. I think that's a big thing in getting better and getting to play against, stronger, faster people. I think is to kind of always be eager to learn and ask questions and things like that to get better.
What do you want to accomplish this week here at Prospect Camp? Just kind of finding the lay of the land here first and foremost, facilities and meeting all the people and all that, but ultimately you get on the ice, you're going to get some real great experience playing, with other high-end prospects and in an NHL building.
Yeah, obviously just kind of want to get my feet wet here, meet all the people, get comfortable. I think that's the biggest thing for me this week. But obviously when you get on the ice, it's just hockey at the end of the day, and just want to work my hardest every time I step on the ice and see if I can show people what I can do.
Flyers are not an original 6 team. They said it's kind of an original 7.
Mm-hmm.
When you put on the jersey for the first time, you look down at that big logo, which has never changed, and the colors. What's that feeling like going, okay, I'm a Flyer now?
Yeah, it's a really, really cool feeling for sure to kind of look down all the history that logo kind of shows and represents. It's definitely really cool. So I think, I feel proud to wear that, and it feels like an honor, really.
Somebody told me that you vacation from time to time in Avalon. Is that true?
It is true, yeah. My cousins are from Kennett Square, which isn't too far from here.
Yeah,
so
I live right near it.
Every summer we usually kind of go to their house and then go to the shore. I love that spot. It's a great spot.
It's a ripe spot in the summer sometimes.
It is.
The mushroom farms.
You have
to roll up the windows when you kind of
That's true.
time.
Yeah, I know, but it's a great spot. It's the shore over there is really cool.
So you like the Jersey Shore?
Mm-hmm.
See, you're way ahead of the game already around here. Because everybody this time of year, what are you doing this weekend? Going down the shore. That's how they say it, down the shore. It's so grammatically incorrect, but the shore is a big thing, and it's great to be so close to it. Tell us something about you. Like, what do you like doing that's not hockey related? Music? Do you play an instrument? Do you play chess? Like, what does Jett Luchanko do?
For me, it's just golf, pretty much.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like that's kind
What's
of
the handicap?
I mean, I've never really actually calculated. I like to go for fun and just play with my friends. But that's probably the biggest thing for me in the summer.
Are you a good putter?
Like to do. It varies. With everything.
Drive for show, putt for dough.
Yeah. Well, with everything in golf, it's up and down always. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I like to do.
Did you play any other sports?
I played soccer growing up. Yeah, until kind of COVID shut all that down. But we had a good soccer team going.
Well, I know a lot of people are excited to see your game, see it evolve over the next couple of years, and enjoy this week, man. Welcome to Philadelphia, the newest first-round draft pick here for the Flyers. Thanks for doing this. Have a great time, and we'll be talking soon.
Thank you very much.
Luchanko, for taking the time to join us on Flyers Daily. For a 17-year-old, going to be 18 coming up on August 21st. Very polished already, very mature. And you can see that sometimes you see draft picks and you go, well, he's got a lot more muscle on. Jett Luchanko looks like he's stacked already. He is very well built for a 17-year-old. Doesn't look young in his body type. And didn't even look young really facially, but you can see that skating ability that he has, and that first step, the burst, is pretty impressive. So thanks to Jett Luchanko for joining us on this episode of Flyers Daily. We'll be back Monday with Bill Meltzer. Join us tomorrow for the Flyers prospect game at 6 o'clock on the Flyers YouTube channel. Everybody have a great holiday weekend. We'll talk to you Monday on a brand new Flyers Daily.